I'm here with the seventh athlete presented, Garðar. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're here to talk about Stavtjorn Invitational, which is one of the biggest under 90 kilo shows in the world, held in Norway last weekend of May, so by about 3 weeks out. This competition consists of 25 competitors representing 7 different countries, 9 events, and it's also an official Strongman Games qualifier. And I'll also recommend you to subscribe to the YouTube channel because the competition will be live streamed for free here. So, yeah, Garda, welcome on.
Thank you. Thanks for
So,
having me.
so will you just first start by telling me about your lifting experience? From me checking you out, you seems like you're doing CrossFit. Is that correct?
Yes, sure. I would say for the last years, at least definitely since 2015, but also earlier. I think I started did my first CrossFit workout maybe in 2010 or 11.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've mostly been doing CrossFit. But I also started trying out strongman events like a long time ago. But my main background now is in CrossFit, I would say. But the last year, more so in strongman as well.
I see. So what's your strongman experience? How many strongman comps have you done? And first of all, you're representing Iceland, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
from
course.
Iceland. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Actually, I did my. I was known as one of the. I'm a stronger CrossFitters. I was not really good at CrossFit, but I was like always strong. So there was this competition for the first time, I think, in 2014 for the strongest men in Iceland in weight categories.
Hmm.
And so I participated in the under 90 kg class and I won. And I've been doing that comp like every other year, maybe. Sometimes it's always in the summer. Sometimes I'm not like available
Mm.
or like I'm somewhere outside of the country. Uh, but I've done that comp now 5 times and had the title Iceland's Strongest Man under 90 kg 5 times. And yeah, the first one was in 2014, so it's 9 years ago,
Mm.
actually. But I really didn't. This was always just some side, so I really didn't train any of the strongman events until last year, really.
Mm.
So, so now I'm way more focused on strongman.
Okay, cool. So, uh, would you say that's your I don't know how the like how big strongman or weight category strongman is in Iceland, but would you say Iceland's strongest man is your best competition results, or have you done any other internationals or anything you'd rank higher?
Sorry, I lost the audio for a bit. I missed the last part.
Last part. Would you say like the Iceland winning Iceland strongest man under 90 is like your biggest achievement, or have you done any international or other comps you would rank above?
No, I wish it was, but the competition in Iceland is really not that big.
Mm.
It's really a small local one. So and I mean, of course, we have some of the best strongman athletes in the world in Iceland, but the thing is, they tend to get bigger than 90 kg. so,
Mm.
I've kind of had it a little too easy in that category so far, I would say. Um, but yeah, my biggest achievement is definitely going to the official Strongman Games last
Mm.
year. Yeah, so that was the competition there was just it's a different ball game, totally
Yeah, it was
different.
crazy. I looked into it,
Yeah.
and I mean there was three people from Norway there, and you beat all of them
Yeah.
at the official Strongman games. And I mean, all those three will also be going to Stavtjorn. So, but
Oh,
it's
great.
yeah,
That's nice to know.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I
um,
was so focused just on what I was doing myself.
yeah, I see. So, what would you say is your in strongman or maybe CrossFit as well? What's your best lift or best like single 1 RM you've ever done?
Uh,
Would it be a
wow, I
jerk,
don't
a
know.
dead squat, or yeah?
There's so many, and I tend to have this favorite lift, like for that I want to improve on. Like
Mm.
back in the day, it was the snatch, and I really wanted to hit 130 kilograms. And when I hit 130 kilograms, I kind of just stopped, and I haven't hit it like in the recent years. It requires a lot of mobility. Of course, I haven't been like I've lost that a little bit, but I would say that would be one of the top things, snatching 130.
Mm.
Of course, that's not nothing crazy for those who are really proficient in Olympic weightlifting, but it was for me. Um, I recently I pulled 295 on a deadlift, uh, trying on a new suit. Uh, that's I don't know. I really want to hit 300, but that's still the biggest lift I've done so far. I know I got more. I did a double at 277 at OSG,
Mm.
no with no suit. So yeah, yeah, I would say when I first hit 130 snatch. Um, oh no, I'm forgetting one. Oh yeah, there's definitely one. Yeah, that springs to my mind now. Yeah, that's power cleaning 160 kilograms from the ground.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, that was probably my best lift because it was during the end of an intense workout with muscle ups and multiple cleans, and I was working up with an increasing weight. So yeah, that's probably yeah, that was a highlight, definitely.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive. So in CrossFit, then did you participate in Open? Have you gone to regionals, or how are you
Oh
ranking
no,
in?
I've never really done that good in CrossFit because my cardio and gymnastics always are lacking,
Mm.
to say at least. The least, yeah. I mean, the weights have never been a problem. It's just the weights when you're breathing really heavy,
Mm.
uh, and there's been a couple of minutes and you have to do burpees in between. Yeah, that's I'm just not built for that. I think as
Mm.
much as just moving things really fast, heavy things really fast on a short time frame. Yeah, that suits me really way better. So, but I've done the open multiple times. Uh, Never done good in the open, but I've done some smaller comps that are not part of the CrossFit Games season. So I've
Mm.
done multiple comps and done okay in some of them. Always done good in the strength events and bad in the endurance events. So on average, done okay. But yeah,
What's your body weight like as we speak?
as we speak, yeah, since as you know, I got a flu last week, so actually right now this morning I was 89 kilograms, so at least weight cutting won't be a problem for.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
uh,
just thinking, for
but
example, you
yeah,
participated in the comp in Spain and you competed under 95 instead of
yeah.
the under 80. So, I mean, then you're usually about 90 or above, because I guess if you were like 85 normally, you would maybe go under 80 in Spain. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'm. There's two reasons for that. I'm usually around 90, sometimes up to. I think the heaviest I've ever been is 94.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I'm usually like cruising around 90 to 93 kilograms. but I also just don't like weight cutting, and I
Mm.
don't have like experience weight cutting. Like I was just kind of taking notes at the official games last year,
Mm.
and it was just incredible what the guys were doing. There were guys in the under 80 class that were almost as heavy as I was during
On the
the
comp day.
second competition day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was like 91.5 or something, and they were like 88. Some of them already. Like
Yeah.
it was insane. Really impressive how they can do that.
Yeah.
So I need to learn that. I need to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so if we move into like Stavtjorn specifically, the comp, what would you say out of the 9 events is your strongest event? For after me looking into your profile, it seems you seem to have good grip, or at least you scored good in the farmers walk, both in America and in Spain.
Yeah. Yeah. My grip is fine when I'm competing. At least it was actually not fine before the competition. Uh, like in Spain, I had an injured finger, and I was afraid I was not going to be able to do any farmers. And the same at OSG, they had to like change the event at the event last minute due to the storm.
Mm.
Um, so there was supposed to be two weights. One was lighter, and then we had 140.5 kilograms, and there was like no what is called knurling on the implement. So I was actually afraid I wouldn't be able to pick them up. But
Mm.
but then I mean for me it tends to happen on competition day. The weights just get lighter, and just you just somehow manage to do it anyway. So, but my grip is way better now. I think. Uh, not maybe not the strength. Just I'm not dealing with any injuries in those parts. So yeah, I mean yeah.
So would you say
But still, I would.
would you put like if we take farmers into frame, would you put frame as the event you're looking most forward to, or which event in Stavtjorn do you think you have the best chances in?
No, I was actually gonna say that the frame is probably the one that uh, yeah, the least excited for.
Mm.
The farmer's walk is gonna be fine, be, not because of the grip specifically, but I can be explosive and fast. So just moving events in general, they're good for me. But the frame, I mean, it is what it is. During competition day, you just zone out and just push through. But that one is going to be extremely painful.
Mm.
I've never done a frame event before, but I picked up a frame the other day at Thor's Power Gym, and maybe it's just because of the humongous size of the frame he has built for himself.
Mm.
It's really difficult to hold, but that's gonna be like really, really painful. So I'm not excited for that event at all.
No. So how far is it for you to go to Thor's Power Gym?
That's like a 5 minute drive for me.
Mm.
Depends on. I mean, it depends on traffic. Could be 5 minutes. Could be 50 minutes on rush hours. So,
Yeah, okay.
but it's pretty close by.
So is that where you usually do your strong work, or do you have equipment somewhere else?
I mostly train at two places. Force Power Gym, of course, for strongman specific events,
Mm.
um, and also CrossFit Reykjavik, which
Mm.
is like the biggest CrossFit gym in Iceland.
Mm.
And for me, those are the best two places I could pick because of the access to just expert athletes, and you always getting these pointers from world class athletes. So it's a really valuable experience,
Mm.
I would say. And the equipment, of course, is great as well. So
Yeah. So what would you say? You mentioned the frame, but what would you say is the event you look least forward to. Would that be the frame?
Oh yeah, that is the frame.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really trained like the back toss. What it's called? Yeah, it's just a back toss, right?
Mm.
I just tried that out for the first time 2 weeks ago, and I'm still working on my aim. The weights are no problem, but it's just the aim. So I might be like a little stressed of just missing the target.
Yeah.
So I need to work on that, but I will fix that before the comp. But yeah, I think the frame hold. That is. Oh no, I'm forgetting the first one. Since I was the
Yeah.
last guy who confirmed himself, I need to start right if I'm correct.
That's one of
And
my things to talk about. Yeah.
oh yeah. Sorry if
No.
I'm skipping ahead, but yeah, I would say it's hard to say if it's the frame hold or the back walk or whatever it's called. Yeah, the back carry. Yeah,
Yeah. Just to
that's
make
gonna
that.
suck.
Yeah. Just to like make it clear to the listeners, the first event of the competition is the sandbag, 110 kilos for distance, and there was like a rule that the like when you confirm your that you will participate in Stavtjorn, that will also be the starting order. And you are the last confirmed athlete, so you will start in the sandbag for distance. So, but I mean, if
That's gonna be great.
yeah, I mean, you'll set the standard for everyone to go
Uh,
after. But I mean, coming from like having you say that in CrossFit you lack a bit of cardiovascular, but I think in strongman, yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, you you don't need that much, and maybe in
yeah,
strongman world you will have very good cardiovascular. Uh,
yeah, definitely. So it's funny how these things flip. So in CrossFit, what would be my competitive advantage would be my static strength and stuff like that, and
mm,
maybe explosive power, but definitely not endurance and being able to just push through. Uh, but in strongman, that's the complete opposite. I'm not the strongest guy in the static lifts, especially like when you reach the level of world class athletes or that are like pulling close to 400 on the deadlift almost.
mm,
So I can't really compete with that in the one rep max. But if there are any moving events that I can use explosive power and need to keep pushing for the last 15 seconds, I can keep going, just no problem.
mm.
Should be no problem at least. So shouldn't be slowing down at all. So yeah, that's definitely become a strength for me in this sport. So
Mm.
yeah.
Do you have any target on the sandbag for distance? Like, have you do you have anything you want to?
Uh, I mean,
I mean, you're first out, so it doesn't really matter for you to talk about it because everyone gets to see
yeah,
it.
everyone is gonna know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. But honestly, I don't actually have a target. I know I need to. Uh,
Would
it's
you
so
go?
hard because
Would you go all out? I mean, it's the first of 9 events. Will you push it till you just can't breathe anymore, or will you try to?
I'm not at all worried about pushing when I can't breathe anymore. It's because that's for me. I will recover.
Yeah.
Just give me 3 minutes and I'll be
And
fine,
you.
ready for the next event. It's
Yeah.
it's more like if it's gonna be really fatiguing on some muscles, I'm gonna have to use
Yeah.
in the later events. Eventually that's going to be taxing, but uh, it's so hard to. I mean, yeah, I can say I will probably go at least 90 something percent, and it's so hard to. I mean, you have to judge the field and everything, and also like it's dangerous not pushing far enough because then the next guy might think, oh, maybe I can get that score. I need
Mm.
to maybe. I mean, I haven't decided anything yet, and you never know until comp day how you feel, how the back feels, how the ground is, and maybe I just can't get a good grip on it. Then that's just it. But of course, if everything goes my way, I will try to set a target some number that the next guy is gonna be really doubting himself. So, and that's gonna have like a domino effect, because then the next guy after that guy is he's got two numbers to look at. So I don't want my number to be the target in someone's head to make. So, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I really don't want to overthink these things and stress about them. And even if I plan to go and be conservative, I usually tend to go all out in the end anyway. So it's just what happens when you start. So we'll see. Yeah.
What's your expectation on your performance in total? Do you have like something you're aiming for or expecting where to place? I mean, it's 25 competitors, and I'm sure you don't know most of them, but still.
Yeah, I know some of them, and I know the ones I know are really good. So, I mean, I can just imagine it's going to be an extremely tough competition. But of course, I will be aiming to. I'm aiming for the top spot. Because I know I don't stand a chance against some of them in their static lifts, but this competition seems to be I mean, it's a bit different. It's a lot of moving events, a lot of events in a row, 2 days in a row, and of course outside, like you, and so anything can happen. So
yeah,
I mean, I could place at the bottom, of course. Because anything can happen, but I will be going for the top spot, and yeah, that's definitely it.
Do you have any like personal thoughts about the last event, the sandbag last man standing? I guess it would be a good event for you, but in general, like, what's your thoughts on that being as such a playing such a huge role?
Honestly, I haven't formed a strong opinion. I think it's really interesting, and it will definitely keep the competition interesting and exciting until the end. But honestly, I don't even understand. I think I fully understand how it's going to be. I mean, I'm not sure if it's like a duel. Do we both have sandbags and are going head to head at the same time, or are we taking turns to? I don't understand the event even.
Okay.
So, but
yeah.
I don't care. I'll do it any way it is. So.
Yeah, but let me try to explain, and you can ask questions, because I'm sure someone else will be watching and wonder as well. So imagine, like, you have a yoke. You're lifting over a yoke, which is about 135, I think you're told. And there will be one bag on 100 kilos and one bag of 120 kilos. So when you come to this event, it will be the last placed athlete against the second to last. And the highest of them will choose if you use the 100 or 120 kilos. So the highest placing get to choose. And then the clock starts, and the athlete has 15 seconds to load the sack. And they go just back and forth, 15 seconds for every repetition. And the first man to go to lose can't finish another rep. He will be the last place in the competition anyhow. Like, even though if he's 30 points behind second to last, he will not take last place. And then the third to last will jump in. And then he will choose if we keep going with the same sack as the other man choose, or if we change.
Okay. So you're gonna have to do a rep every 30 seconds because you have 15 seconds and the other guy has 15 seconds.
Yeah, but it depends. Like, if you're going against someone who really wants to knock you out, he will throw it over in 5 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So then
yeah,
you will
yeah,
just
yeah,
have
yeah.
20.
Yeah. now I understand. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, yeah, but yeah, that actually sounds horrible, but exciting at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking for a bit, like if it would be if you could be going on for days because of like 15 seconds and 100, 120. I mean, for some that would be pretty easy if they just have to do one rep every 30 seconds. But I think it helps with the bar height being 135 because that's for most
Yeah,
under 90 kilo guys, that's pretty high. It's not just to lap it. You have to load it as well.
yeah. So yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting, and you never know, like the bag is going to be dropped again and again and again, and you might be sweaty and it might be wet outside or
Yeah.
humid or something, so the bag might be slippery. I don't know. So there's really the 100 or 120 bag might feel really easy, or it might feel just horrible, hard to do one rep. So it's but that's I like that. This is like I've never seen an event like this, and it's like an exciting elimination. But of
Mm,
course, it would be extremely frustrating to be in a top position and get knocked out like this.
yeah.
Of course, but
But then again,
so
it's impossible to place lower than one place down because you can just be
yeah,
beaten by the guy behind you.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I,
Now that I understand the event, I think this is really cool. But
yeah.
uh,
The
yeah,
first
I
first
understand.
time I saw it was in LA Fit Expo. There was Odd Haugen. He had it, and then they had a tire flip, so they were going back and forth like last man standing on tire flip. And it's
Yeah,
also a little bit the same of as the world's strongest man heats when they go back and forth with the stones. The only thing is that you just have two athletes. You won't, yeah, bring in new ones.
yeah.
So, for you being the last confirmed athlete, how did you find the place to stay so far? Are you staying at the cabin or hotel nearby or?
Luckily or sadly, I don't remember who which one of the athletes it was, but someone had to cancel. I think it was due to an injury or something.
Mm,
And they randomly picked a spot who would get a spot in the cabin, and I got picked. So yeah, I hadn't booked anything, so that was really nice.
yeah,
So I will be staying at the cabin. Um, and I like that that simplifies things. I don't have to like takes away the decision fatigue of having to organize stuff. I
yeah,
can just
indeed,
focus on the competition more. Uh, and yeah, so yeah, I'll be staying at the cabin and really excited about
yeah.
it.
You should be. I think it was fun. Yeah, I just have a couple of more questions. The next one is about the circus dumbbell. It will be a circus dumbbell of repetitions, 63 kilos, 63 and a half. And I saw in Spain you got was it 75 kilos?
Yeah, 75. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got one repetition there. But here it is yeah, almost 12 kilos easier. How many repetitions do you imagine you are capable of on this dumbbell?
Um, I mean, it's I'm way better now with dumbbell than I was then. Because I, like I said, I really just started training for strongman events last year,
Mm,
and I hadn't. I mean, in most of the comps I did, like the local comps, I just needed to do one rep with a dumbbell in a medley. So I just needed one rep. So I don't have a experience wrapping them a lot. Um, and yeah, there was this one time I needed to. There was like a 60-kilogram dumbbell for reps, and I couldn't even get one rep, but it didn't matter because I won all the other events, so
mm,
I was fine with it. But now I'm starting to like get the technique worked out, and hopefully I will be able to different. So I only got one rep, and then I wasn't able to like find the right groove for the next one. But I did more in training. So this dumbbell, I've never tried it before, so it's hard to say if it's gonna be 3 rep or 13. I don't know, 10, somewhere in that range. So it's
How many do you imagine is possible? Like for someone who's like it's really easy and they got the groove perfect. How many do you think is possible in 60 seconds?
I don't know. No, I mean I've seen guys do these reps really, really impressively fast. Um, so I think, I mean, at least if your technique is perfect and the weight is easy for you, you should be closing in on double digits. But uh, if you have to like reset after every rep and make sure you don't get a no rep, and I mean it depends on standards. Maybe then it's just a couple of reps that you can do.
Mm.
So I mean I'm not that experienced in like judging that. So I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be depends on the standards, how the judge is, how long you need to keep it overhead, and stuff like that. And if it's bouncing around, then you have to reset. Uh, then you're losing seconds pretty fast. So and of course, it's also a strategy to just play it safe and get solid reps. And if you just do solid reps, I don't know what's reasonable, 4 to 6 or something in that range. I don't know.
Mm.
Uh, that's something I'm about to figure out in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
So,
So
the training.
I just have one last question. It was just in general. Do you have any general thoughts about the competitions? Do you like? Do you look forward to it? Have you competed a 2 days comp before in strongman, or like what's your thoughts about Stavtjorn in general compared to other comps you've done?
Um, I'm not stressed about competing 2 days in a row. Although like um, OSG was 2 days, it was there were so few events. If you didn't make it to the top 10, that it doesn't really matter. It was just there was no problem uh, in that way. But I've done multiple CrossFit competitions, some of them outside, and 2 days in a row with just grueling, really, really hard events, and some of them lifting heavy outside. But of course, with a platform to lift on, but
Mm.
sometimes the platform is not perfect, but still. So I still like had experience with a lot of volume, 2 days in a row, uh, outside when the clouds are moving and you can't like pick a point of reference when you're lifting. So I think, yeah, in that way the competition is going to be exciting for me. It might throw other competitors off more than it would do me.
Mm.
Uh, I think, but I never know. I'm also competing there for the first time, and others have done it before. Um, so in that way, I'm definitely not uh, like on paper the strongest competitor by far. I'm definitely an underdog uh, in many ways. So, but still, yeah, still really excited and think I can do well on most of the events.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very interesting. Like as we said, it's 25 competitors and 9 events, so it will be a lot of back and forth, I think. And I also think,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, that it doesn't really mean that the static or typical strongest will win this competition just because it's different with so many events with the surface and looking at the numbers. I'd say Victor Lingman from Sweden has like the biggest numbers, and he favors himself as well for first place. But I think it's a couple of guys who will for sure give him a run for his money.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, in my opinion, the most likely winner. Uh, but I still think I can't beat him in a format like this, and I will try my best to do that. And of course, if you don't think you can, you won't be able to. So you have to have that mindset.
Yeah, of
So
course.
and yeah, there's multiple other guys like Joss. I mean, he's a really experienced competitor. Uh, I've seen him compete twice. So yeah, it's gonna be a really interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, and yeah, the Axel is gonna be interesting. That's the only Max event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we're gonna see some cool numbers there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be able to do myself in like in this environment, but I'm hoping to. I thought the max weight was going to be 150, but I was watching some of your videos and I heard you guys talking about 160 or something. Uh,
I mean,
so
yeah, I mean the if there's more than two at 150, they will keep raising the bar. But yeah, I don't think people will go above 150 in those environments.
yeah, I don't know. You know the environment, so I don't know. Like it's so hard to tell. You never know until you get there, know how you feel, and I don't know. Maybe I mean maybe 160 would be doable in a perfect condition, but if the axle is just too slippery and wet or something, and you can't even clean 130, like I don't know. I mean, it's a bit of a wild card for me, but it's going to be exciting. I think.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. And then as well that you only have three lifts. So should you save one for a higher number you don't know you even can do, or like, or do you use up, like you finish 150 and you feel like you can do more, but you used all your lifts. So
Yeah, yeah. I would prefer to have like yeah, just be able to do as many attempts as you want. Just only have one failure or something.
yeah,
Uh, or
I think
but
most
yeah,
guys think that, like, to have a normal last man standing, but I figure doing a last man standing with 25 athletes and you do
yeah,
9 events, that will take a while. So I believe
yeah,
is that's the reason.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm through all my questions. so
Perfect.
yeah, I just want to wish you good luck in Stavtjorn,
Thank you
and
so much.
thank you for the interview.
Yeah, thank you too. Thanks for the talk.